The name of the current challenge coming up is Kosny, which means number 2. Since I happen to have the camera running, let's talk about what's going down. The ones that people don't want around are the ones that I want around me. For one thing, they're a great shield. For a second thing, they're really grateful when they survive. And if they're grateful to me, they might help me out down the line. And if nothing else, that's 4 potential votes right there. So if I decide, and I might, to go after, say, Fabio this next round instead of one of them, I can guarantee at least 3 of them will jump at the chance. Cass probably won't. Here's the problem with Cass. I think Cass is in with Fabio and Ian. And I think maybe Brenda too. So that's a 4 block that may also include Wu, at least peripherally. But it's a 4 block that kind of scares me. That being Ian, the Fabio, Cass, and probably Brenda. So that's a pretty strong chunk of numbers, even in this massive game with no tribes. Especially if they can sway other votes to work with them on any given vote. So I've got to think about, does that serve me? And it might. It might be that between that and Francesca, Tasha, and Michelle, I think people generally know that they're kind of together, or if not, they will soon enough. So if those 2 are going at each other, that could be good for me. Keeping them around long enough for them to whittle each other down is not a bad thing at all. And I could run with the Jeremy Yule thing. I certainly could. Or I could run with Sierra and whatever the hell she wants to do, which could be fun. I like Sierra. I think Sierra likes me. I think she's got a lot of people that like her. But because she doesn't talk quite as often as some of the others, that might be sliding away from her. So I want to hold on to that nice and close. Aubrey, she's shady. She's real shady. I like her. I like the shady ones. What can I say? Aubrey is in with a group that's a little large for my liking, so sooner or later she needs to be pried away from it, one way or another, whether it be by that group taking a couple of bad hits and forcing her to find safety elsewhere, or by possibly crushing their names a little bit, making them look bad in her eyes, like maybe they've been telling secrets about her that she doesn't want known, that sort of thing. But whatever it is, I do need to kind of find a way to pry her away from them eventually. Because, again, I like Aubrey. She's super shady, and I love that. And I want to keep her around to keep me on my toes. Because, I mean, who else is going to do it, really? Brenda, she's not shady. She's your classic, I don't really have anyone, please protect me, without being whiny about it. I mean, she's good at it. But it's pretty clear that she has people. I'm pretty certain that those people include Fabio and Ian, and probably Aubrey too. But if not, she's got someone else. I don't think that she's nearly as lonesome as she wants to let on. And again, she's subtle about it. She's not obvious, so she's a little scary in that regard. Sierra is a doll. I love Sierra for exactly the opposite reason that I love Aubrey. Aubrey is shady and clearly shady. Sierra is very, very sweet and deeply shady. I don't think she has the momentum yet, so I'm not worried about her shade at this point. And I think that she really believes that we're super close. And I want to keep that. That's insurance down the line, if nothing else. If I have to bail ship somewhere else, I'm pretty sure I have Sierra to run to. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but that's the way it seems to me. Eric was kind of a latecomer, and I don't think that he's picked up enough momentum yet for anyone to really trust him. I know that Jeremy and Yule want to use him. I want to use him. I do need to talk to him more than either of them do, because ultimately I need him to be my puppet and not theirs. But here's the thing. I don't think that he's a puppet. I think he's actually a really strong player that just has not had enough time to get any momentum up. So I got to be careful with that. I don't want to present myself to him like, I am your savior and you should follow me because I am your leader. No, I can't do that with him. Absolutely not. I think Fabio is, whoever is behind Fabio is putting on a show. Fabio was in the game. He was kind of this silly guy, kind of doofusy surfer dude, and the presentation that the player is giving to me is kind of that, which is why I don't believe it for one instant. I don't think he's anywhere near as goofy as he lets on by a long shot. Ian is sincere, and people are going to trust him with information.
When the tide is high and the river's cold, the moon goes down and the morning comes. Down in the river where I threw my stone, down in the river where I threw my stone. Hear my voice when I cry out loud. Running water is the only sound. Down in the river where I threw my stone, down